Good morning. Is it a morning actually? I just wanted to share some little thoughts or things that I've been thinking about lately. I wanted to share that anything that comes easy to you, anything that comes easy, doesn't make you grow. Things that do not challenge you, things that do not, um, you know, present any difficulty in your life, doesn't make you grow as an individual. It's in such a way that, you know, for example, maybe you go to school and you love math. You love math because it comes easy to you immediately. Um, you are taught the math, you just get it. It's easy. So you're able to go through it so easily. It doesn't make you grow because you'll be living in your comfort zone, and anytime anything happens outside of math, it becomes challenging. um because that's all you know, that's what is easy for you. But if for example, there's a topic that becomes challenging, maybe you find geography to be a challenging course for you. um, what you do is you spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to solve the equations, or how to read geography, because it doesn't come easy to you. It doesn't, present itself so easily like math for you. So you're always, investing time. You're always investing your knowledge, your cognition. You're always investing something into the geography because it's challenging. And by so doing, you come up with all these ideas. You come up with different ways of, reading geography. You come up with alternative ways that you have to read geography aside, the math. So that part, the challenge that geography is posing to you has become the driving force for you to also continuously search for a way to get things done. um for example, and I'm gonna use examples a lot just to kind of create a vivid picture of what I'm trying to say, that things that do not challenge you do not make you grow. Until you actually venture into doing something that is challenging, that is when you realize that you have the ability to think differently about issues. If you go into any job place, if you go to any school, if you go to anything that you're doing in life, and it just comes easy, you don't have any alternative ways of doing things. You just know one way because it comes easy for you. It comes easy, so you just do it. So you don't really have any other alternative. But then if it was challenging, if going to the job, you met a supervisor who was always challenging your ideas, you always come prepared. You always come to the workplace. At the back of your mind, you're thinking, what is he or she gonna say today? What is gonna be the criticism about the work that I did? So you always try to figure out different ways of responding to your supervisor anytime they come to ask you a question. Example, when I was during my undergrad, there was a professor that was he taught me economics, introduction to economics. And he said that he was educated in the US, and he was the only black guy amongst other races in the class. So anytime the professor comes to class, he would always challenge him. He would always ask him question, whether it was because he was the only odd person among the group, or whether he saw something different about the person, he was just asking him questions all the time. So what happened to this lecturer of mine was that he would always come to class prepared, read about all the things that the professor posted, the syllabus. You read and read and read and do research. So it came to a point that he outread all the students. Now he was having like communications with the lecturer, like on a collegial way. Like he was like a colleague to the professor, because all the things that professor was gonna talk about, he has already read about it. He's already researched about it. He's already formulated his own ideas about what the professor was gonna teach. So he became an expert, to the extent that the professor would sometimes sit down for him to teach the class, because he's become that expert in the class, like in the economics classes. So that is what having challenges in life helps you grow. It challenges your ability to think differently. It challenges the time you spend in researching ideas. It challenges your own comfort zone. And that is where growth comes from. Being able to challenge your comfort zone, being able to do certain things differently from what you already know. So until you do something challenging in life, until you're able to get past the comfort in all the things you do, then you will never grow. You have to do something challenging. Something that you feel like, this is not possible, I can't do this. Try it. You can do it. I had friends, in JSS who would say math is so difficult, math is so challenging, math is something that I cannot never do. But then with time, a teacher, who came to our class says that, well, just follow the steps that I'm gonna give, and then try it on your own. And then a couple of people listen to that advice, and then constantly they spend more time doing it, and they devise the different way of solving the problems, but then got the same answer. And then afterwards they realized it wasn't that difficult. It's all about investing time in doing the things that are challenging to you. That is what creates something beautiful out of your life. So until you do something that is not easy to you, you would not grow. Right? Just think about that.